Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the soft plastic introduction. This is the stuff that we went out and we purchased locally. These are all actually from Walmart. But it was stuff that we needed. It was cheaper to just go and get it from Walmart and buy different name brands like Ziploc and stuff instead of buying it off the website, which is more expensive. Here's what we ended up getting. We got 2 of these 4-cup Pyrex Cups. These are essential for heating up the soft plastics. You're going to put your plastisol, your colorants, your powders, glitter, all that stuff into here. Mix it up really good, and you're going to toss it in the microwave, heat it up. So you really want some good, thick Pyrex cups in order to mix this stuff up and hold up to the heat. Alright, so we got the 4 cups. And we also bought 3. Oh, they're stuck. We also got 2 cups. So we wanted to get smaller cups because we're not always going to be shooting big orders of molds. These are nice and perfect for shooting like 2-3 molds and then calling it a day, mixing another color or whatever we're going to end up doing. And like I said, we got 3 of these. So we can actually mix 2 colors up, and then the third one is actually going to be for scooping plastisol out of the buckets. So those dead-on plastics you saw in the last video, we can scoop it out, and we got a nice clean. This is extremely cleanable. There's no plastic, to adhere to. All right, so up next, what we got was a bunch. I mean, a bunch of these Ziploc containers. Now these is just, if I can get it off here. Alright, so this is all it is. It's a little container. It holds, let's see, 3 cups, a little bit more than 3 cups, but it's got a screw-on lid. So in case you haven't been able to figure it out, this is what we're going to put the glitter in. So those bags of glitter you guys saw, they're going to go in here, and we're going to label them. These are always going to be that color, that size. That way we can keep everything from being cross-contaminated. Although it doesn't matter 100%. It's just a way to make our stuff a little cleaner. Another thing we bought was a couple packs of just really cheap knives. Now you can get mixing rods that they sell, but they're significantly cheaper and they're usually only like a couple times max use. These are washable. Actually, for the most part, you don't even need to wash them. Once the plastisol sets up after being cooked, you mix it. If you just throw the knife down, shoot your molds, by the time you get back from shooting your molds, the plastisol has actually set up enough where you can literally just take it and peel it off and throw it back in the cup. So these were obviously a huge essential, but it was really no brainer, going with this over the rods. Alright, so the last thing we ended up getting was this, which everyone that has a kitchen, whether it's your parents' kitchen or your kitchen, you guys know what these are. These are measuring cups, measuring spoons as well. You need to be able to measure out your stuff. That way you have a consistent formula and a consistent recipe for what you're making. So once you find a recipe that you like, especially when you start mixing colors and kind of figuring out your own thing, you really want to be able to duplicate that, especially if you're going to be selling baits. So like say a 1/4 cup of salt goes into one of these cups. Okay, so you're going to want to be able to measure out 1/4 cup. If you guys know that you want a teaspoon of black flake inside your blue flipping baits, well, pull out a teaspoon, measure yourself out a teaspoon of black flake, dump it in your plastisol. Consistent formula, alright? Obviously you're going to be playing around, you're going to be kind of trying to make things better. not necessarily spice things up, but you're going to be trying new colors, you're going to be trying new things, so things are going to change obviously, but consistency is kind of important when you're actually thinking about selling baits. I mean, look at the baits on, if you go to Walmart, go to Bass Pro, Cabela's, Gander Mountain. I think Gander Mountain's closed now, but that's not the point. Look at the shelves. Do you see, if you go in there and you pick out black and blue flake, creature bug, you know, some kind of creature bug, or, you know, a beaver style bait, does every single pack look the same? Or does every pack have just a little bit off, different coloring, different flakes, you know, stuff like that? They're all the same. And it's because they're using a formula. They're duplicating their baits. Now, there's room for experimenting, obviously. That's how new stuff pops in. That's how new colors pop up, new color schemes, new flakes inside certain colors, or just different laminates, stuff like that. And we're going to talk about laminates later in another video, I'm sure. But, you know, there's room for experimenting, but at the same time, if you put green pumpkin up on your website or your Facebook business page or wherever you're putting it, and people order green pumpkin, they're going to want that green pumpkin. So they're not going to want a color coming back and it looks like sprayed grass or, you know, some other green color that you're looking at. They're going to want that green pumpkin they ordered. So it's important to have your stuff kind of figured out. You know, the more you do it, the more I've been told it's just kind of like second nature. But starting off, I definitely want to be able to make myself consistent. So that's where that comes in. With that, we bought 3 of these cookie sheets. And let's see, interior dimensions are 15.5 inches by 13.5 inches by an inch. Now the reason we bought 3 of these big cookie sheets is after we shoot our molds, we can actually lay our plastics down, lay them straight, because they have to end up curing. You're going to cure them for about 24 hours before you can bag them and sell them. So, or even bag them and use them if you're doing this for yourself. So what we ended up doing was we decided to do cookie sheets. That way, if I have it setting on this table, curing, and say I want to shoot something, you know, a mystery tackle box or some kind of video I want to shoot, and I want the table, I don't have to individually move all these baits somewhere else. I just pick the tray up, drop it somewhere else. You know, I got shelves over there, I got shelves over here, I got shelves out in the other room, I got shelves everywhere. I can just go slide these on for the meantime. So we bought 3 of these guys. We bought this guy. This is a Hamilton Beach microwave. Now, we're going to be shooting this stuff in the garage, so obviously I don't want to have to run in here, microwave stuff, bring it out. And I don't want to risk messing up my microwave in my house. This is a nice one. I put a lot of money into it. This is almost the lowest grade microwave you can grab. I went looking for the cheapest one, but what I found was one that would fit both of these cups in the microwave at the same time and still turn. I wanted a turntable. It had to have a turntable. It had to be able to fit the cups. And it had to be digital. I did not want an analog because I want my stuff to be precise. If I fill up, say, 2 cups and throw it in there and say, I don't really know because I haven't shot any plastics yet, but say I know 3 minutes for those 2 cups, I want to be able to hit 3 minutes. It's all back down to like measuring. It's all back down to being precise with your baits. So I want to actually be able to heat my stuff up to where it needs to be. The last thing, alright guys, so I did not have to go out and buy this. Being in the paranormal, working on cars, motorcycles, ATVs, stuff like that, I already had it, but this is a temperature gun. I'm sure you guys have seen these, but you squeeze the trigger, now it's turning on, squeeze it again, there's the laser. You're probably not going to see it on camera, but it measures the temperature. And then it tells you what it is, because you're going to be shooting these at pretty high temps, but you need to make sure they're within a certain temperature range. It's important to have one of these, because you're going to be shooting. I'd have to double check. I got a lot of notes written down. I've been doing a lot of research into this, but I believe it's around like 340 is where you're shooting these, like 340 degrees. So you need to make sure that if they're not too cold, where they're kind of starting to set up, but they're also not too hot. You know, especially when you're starting to do stuff like laminates, you need to make sure they're around the same temperature so that way they shoot and they adhere together and they don't look all wonky. We're going to dive into that stuff later as we make this stuff, but this is where we're at. A bunch of these containers, some cups, measuring cups. We got our mixing knives, our can't remember what's technically this infrared thermometer. It's non-contact, our temperature gun. But yeah, this is where we're at. We have everything. The only thing we're waiting for now is our molds to come in from BTS Molds. They're about, don't quote me, but I think they said they're 14 to 28 business days out. So it's gonna take. I ordered, I believe, 8. So it's probably gonna take me almost a full month, you know, business days of getting my molds out. But that's all we're waiting for now, is we're waiting for our molds to ship out. BTS Molds makes some of the best molds I've seen, and they're fairly priced, so that's why I ordered a bunch of them. I just gotta wait it out. I mean, I could have went somewhere else, got cheaper molds that probably weren't going to be as good or worked out as well, but you know, you're going to get what you pay for, and you're going to get quality if you're willing to wait and pay for it. So I found some that were good priced, and I'm willing to wait for it. So I'm just waiting for BTS Molds now. Whenever I get those in, I'll be sure to shoot a part 3. It'll be an even quicker one, but I have to order 2 new injectors because these are not big enough for that 2 injector adapter that I showed you guys in the last one, where they connect and you can shove it in there and you can actually shoot 2 colors at once. That's how you do your laminates, but these are not big enough. So I mean, I should have ordered 3 of these. That was my fault, but I got some new ones coming. They're actually coming as a kit, so it's gonna have the block and the injectors all together, so I know they're gonna work. But whenever I get that stuff, we're going to shoot a part 3, and then right after that, I'm going to town. I want to start blasting, you know. We're going to start shooting molds left and right. Stay tuned for all that stuff. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and share it out. Let's grow this channel. I appreciate everyone's support. You guys are the best. Cannot say that enough. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming by. Peace.